wish that you would be. You can't hear me laughing to myself.
What's going on, everybody?
If you could, you would be someone else.
Hope you're having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Awesome broadcast coming to you live from sunny and not very cold, very warm, 61-degree California, Los Angeles on stolen land. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is Tuesday. It's Newsday Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs. Did you see ASMONGOLD defended you? Yeah, he did. I saw. Respect. ASMONGOLD defends Hasan from Destiny's various attacks. Why would you say this? I think it's so dangerous to be advocating for people to intercept and interfere with people in real life. Completely uncalled for. Should be seen as absolutely unacceptable by everybody. What's funny about this take is that he did that already, and then I called him out for it, and then he actually apologized and took it back. Even though he still posted the video, he realized that that was probably not the best idea to advocate for people to highlight people that are just like stalking content creators and stuff. So he actually changed his position on that, which, you know, respect, because it is unironically a position that actually puts him in harm's way as well. Because if you remember, ASMONGOLD initially was like, yeah, base, like this guy that came up to him with like the fucking photo of Kaya, like he's so base. This guy just won the internet, you know? Remember when he did that? And I was like, brother, what are you doing? Like, this fucking hurts you too. Like, all you're doing in that situation is what goes around comes around. Like, all you're doing in that situation is just like telling people that this is totally appropriate to just like roll up to people. This is what happened in Ireland, right? So then he backed away from that position. So when Destiny came out and was basically demanding that his fucking cult chase me around and track me in real time or whatever, I guess ASMONGOLD said that that was a bad idea to do, which, you know, a W. W's all around. Here, we'll watch ASMONGOLD's response, and then we'll watch Destiny's response. I've blocked everyone involved in this. It's pretty funny.
Destiny has accused Hasan of being paid by the CCP. To the best of my knowledge, Hasan said that's not true. And through an interesting, what's the best way to say this? I know more about that than the public does. And from everything that I know publicly, I don't think that's true. I don't.
Stupid chiropractic place because he knew how bullshit the stuff that he was promoting was, but he was getting paid too much.
There's a lot of people that don't want things done to their neck with chiropractors. I don't think that that's unique. And also, Hasan works out a lot. He could have had like back damage because he does a lot of working out. Like, that's very, very, very possible. It's extremely possible.
Which compensated too much.
But I think it's very reasonable that somebody wouldn't want a chiropractor to crack your neck. It's extremely reasonable. Why do I have to defend it? It's just... Fuck, man, why y'all do this?
Well,
why do y'all do this? Like, this is so dumb.
Chinese government to say no. Okay, so fuck this guy. Fuck letting him anywhere near your products. Let's go hang out with Republicans. Go to the dangerous places and get shit.
By the way, I still don't even understand what the fuck that has to do with like being paid for by the Chinese government. I think he was just so mad. I think Destiny in that situation, Sex Destiny, was so mad that he was just like throwing out darts, right? He was just like, oh, remember when remember when he went to China and got his neck cracked? It's like, bro, half of my fans probably didn't even watch that stream. Why the fuck did you watch that stream? You are a whole ass fan, Sex Destiny.
Stop, motherfucker. Okay, all of us will clap for you, I promise. All right, go to the Republican places, go to the edgy places, go.
Jesus, why do you say this? What are you doing? Why would you say this is insane? Streamer drama, Asmon most affected? It is. No, it is. Every single time there's streamer drama, it's all about how I react to it. It's like there's some drama with Tectone or the drama with the call.
This fat loser motherfucker, this balding
Kingdom Come Deliverance is crazy. Goated fucking soundtrack.
Oh god. Oh god.
Praying piece of shit to show up at a liberal protest for 6 hours. You can come and finger wave, go hang out with tankies or whatever, but stay the fuck away from liberal protests. This fat loser motherfucker, this balding, graying piece of shit, to show up at a liberal protest for 6 hours. You can come and finger wave and virtue signal to everybody else that you do shit, that you matter. You don't matter. Nobody likes you. I didn't want to reveal this, but the reason why I've been off stream so much is I actually gained with my close personal friend. I'll just say his last name is Mamdani, and he says that him.
What?
Him and his wife talk shit about Hasan all the time, 24/7.
Dude, he is so jealous, dude. What the fuck? How do people not realize that this is just pure envious rage? What the fuck? I didn't even see this part of the fucking video. That's so funny. Is he on meth again? What the fuck's he doing?
All we do is we queue up ARC Raiders and we run around the lobbies. We just talk shit about Hasan constantly. They say they hate him, that he's a loser, that his hair is falling out, that he needs to up his TRT, he's small, his
Bro,
lips.
he's blocking off the fucking camera because he's like, no, you're not dragging me down at this ship. You're going down there. I'm getting on a life raft, bro. Like, no, I'm roaching out.
Suck. His dog isn't in the background anymore. He just everything about him is horrible. He's a fucking loser. Okay.
You hearing this shit? You hearing this shit?
So yeah.
What a fucking show. I don't even know what to say, guys. This is the ultimate crash out. I think that it's so dangerous to be advocating for people to intercept and interfere with people in their personal life and in real life. I think it's so dangerous. I think it's completely uncalled for, and it should be seen as absolutely unacceptable by everybody. Nobody should be okay with that. Nobody should be advocating for that. Even, like, that's the reason why I told Hasan whenever he was mad that I said that thing about the stream sniper that, like, you know, showed the photo. I said I'd take it down and I'd stop covering IRL stream snipers because that's how seriously I take this stuff. I know this is really serious. And
How was this clip? This is from yesterday. And the clip that the Sex Pestiny clip is also from yesterday, I think. Fat balding loser. Yeah. I don't know why he says stuff like that. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why he just, I guess maybe he wishes. It's just very strange. It's very strange behavior. This man is in his 40s now, by the way. I think he's either he is 40 or about to be 40. He has a child who he has neglected, who has become a neo-Nazi. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty wild that this is what he does instead of, I don't know, taking care of his child. Very strange behavior. What? He's mad you have more viewers? I will have more concurrent viewership than Hasan by 2025. Oh, this was the peak of Israel. That's why. This was in 2024. The first month of 2024, when my community reduced to almost half its size because people were just not ready for, you know, a Muslim boy by the name of Hasan saying, actually, Israel is kind of the reason why October 7 happened. They were not ready for that at all. And everyone was like, oh, fuck off. You're a terrorist. And they were all celebrating. They were all flexing on my downfall. They were just like, yup. It's over. He's fucking done. He's over. He's done. They were all doing victory laps. Yeah, it all comes back to these 2019 logs when he was jealous of you. That's pretty fucking irritating to hear. Like, when all these articles are just getting written, people like Hasan are creating a safer space on Twitch. Lol, I've done this for the past 3-4 years on my own. This is, by the way, from 2019. This is the real truth nuke as to why him and his community have been obsessed since 2019. I don't get a salary from some company or some support from investigators or some type shit. I've done all this work on my own for so fucking long. The idea that someone coming into the safe space that I've created almost on my own because of my relentless presence on all these shows and then try to accuse me of not belonging here, lol, seems pretty shitty. Do you see why though? I knew this was always going to happen this way. Do you know how frustrating it is? It's been over the past year watching people in my fan base bleed over to Hasan because we share the same conclusions, even though I knew the entire time we're fundamentally different. If you want to know where his villain arc started, where he literally went from like being a Bernie bro social democrat kind of guy who used to say things like Israel is an apartheid state to basically warping his entire worldview and flipping the script on it and like repositioning himself as this like rabid neoliberal who hates the left almost more than he hates the right, seemingly. This is the reason. It's all spite. I don't think it's appropriate to say everyone's politics are spite-based on the internet. But if there's one person who is legitimately spite-based and only takes the oppositional point no matter what, it's this. Like every single thing that he has said before 2019, he has basically gone back on and argues on the reverse position because he has no real firmly held commitment to the truth. He has no firmly held commitments to political ideology that he genuinely defends and rides for. It's just pure spite, right? And all of the political disagreements is just a way for him to at least tell his fan base that this is something beyond. This is accountability. This is about politics. He's basically feeding his audience and all of the dick riders that he used to have, which are going away now, this idea that I am a pure villain. I am the ever-present danger in the realm of politics in America. But it's actually just his own personal issues, his own personal envy, his own personal resentment. Yeah, he also agreed with your 9/11 comments at the time, but now pretends he didn't. Yeah, every single thing he is flipped on. That's all this is. It's all envy. It's all spite. He hides it under this political disagreement, but that's not there is no real political disagreement there. It's just more so about him personally trying to undermine everything that I do and failing to do so and only getting more and more unhinged and more mad. This was Zay Squirrel's post as well. This is literally the only reason Destiny's obsessed with Hasan. This is back in October 6, 2021. Destiny isn't a leftist. He has no political critique of a socialist or anyone being wealthy. In fact, in his depraved neoliberal worldview, the more money one makes, the better, as merit is judged solely by maximizing income. It's pure unmitigated jealousy and resentment. What is funny is that Destiny then turns around and goes, this guy's literally supporting the current admin assassinating Americans in the street. Yeah, that's wrong. What ASMONGOLD is saying there is stupid and wrong. And says my comments are too far. Yeah, your comments are stupid. Both of these things can be true at the same time. Not only are your comments stupid, but they're also personally spite-based and have nothing to do with reaching a productive outcome whatsoever. What kind of productive outcome do you perceive from having one of your fucking weirdo stalker fans approach me and try to like, you know, make this stream in Minneapolis all about that drama? Because that's the sole purpose. Like Destiny wants one of his goons to come up and just like fuck with me so that they can clip it and post it on LSF and then pump it and brigade it and then turn around and celebrate that so that no one actually pays attention to the actual fucking issue. My goal when I go to places like Minneapolis is to show a side of the protesters that you don't normally get to see. I go to these protests and I very clearly am inside of the protests rather than behind the police line when I'm offering this kind of coverage, because I want people to see what's actually going on the ground. I feel like a lot of mainstream news oftentimes fails to do that. They're getting a little bit better at it, but for the most part, they fail to do that. They fail to show truly a one-sided approach that sides with the people rather than the police or these organizations, these institutions, or the federal government, right? So if your goal in that situation is to get in there and then fuck with me so that it takes away from what I'm trying to do, which is to offer a voice to the ordinary people of Minneapolis that are in opposition to ICE actually occupying their city, occupying their state, then you're not with the protesters, right? All you want to do is make fucking content for yourself so your, drama-obsessed perverts can go out and make YouTube videos that have these sorts of titles, right? Like Hasan is fucking done. Hasan is dead. Hasan is going to die any moment now. Like it's over. It's finally over. Because there is an entire market dedicated to this kind of thing and Destiny feeds into it. That's his sole purpose. And it's pretty obvious that that's what he's trying to do. And I wish his audience would at least understand that, because I know there's still like liberals, right? I know there's still liberals in his audience who actually are going out to these fucking protests and stuff, right? Like, there are people out there, even in his community, that have falsely assume that he actually has their best interest in mind. But everything that he says ultimately revolves around trying to fuck over his enemies. And it's very careless in my opinion. Do streamers think the news is just some entertainment for them to cover, completely divorced from reality? Again, doing the same thing once again. Destiny has this tendency to take his own personal motivation and then slap on like some sort of serious political analysis onto it to make it seem like his disagreements with other people is not based around his own personal vendettas, his own personal grievances, his own personal feelings of envy, but instead it's actually a serious political disagreement. It's like, okay, if that's your goal, if your goal is to like undermine the Trump administration's agenda, if your goal is to fight back against, you know, growing fascism in this country, as is mine, you probably wouldn't be doing this right now. You probably wouldn't be trying to disrupt, you know, people who are earnestly trying to go out and show support to a community that's under siege by making the conversation about something else entirely, something else that suits your goals. Because in that moment, his goal is to try and get me to look humiliated, right? His main priority in that moment is to have one of his fucking goons come up to me in one of these events and to say some fuck shit like, oh, you killed Kaya, you fucking bitch, or maybe even do something worse than that so we can highlight it. And then all of those other moments that we want to go viral, like, you know, people at the vigil, people at the Renee Good vigil, people at the Alex Peretti vigil, the opinions that people have, the interviews that I conduct with, you know, Attorney General Keith Ellison or the state senator Omar Fateh, all of that stuff is not highlighted. And the only thing that's highlighted is like some bad moment, right? Is some shitty moment that you can hyper focus on so that no one actually pays attention to the goals that I have in that moment. And they do this every single time. It's just like with the Zohran Mamdani election victory party when they clipped out something totally out of context to basically lie to their legions of fans and the slop tuber drama obsessed side of the internet to make it seem like, oh yeah, Zohran Mamdani actually hates him, dude. So then Asmongold turns around and says, it's obviously a bad idea to advocate for people to track down and engage in a hostile confrontation with a streamer in real life. Didn't he applaud and laugh when the exact same thing happened in Ireland? Yes. But after I called him out on it, Asmongold literally retreated and backed away from it. And he even mentions it in this video when he's talking about Destiny demanding people do the same.